What's going on, you guys? Thank you for listening and viewing the Verse Podcast, guys. I'm Kev.
Yo, man.
What's going on, you guys? Thank you for listening and viewing last week to The Project Matters. Definitely donate.
Please.
Yeah, definitely donate to the whole team there. Karen does a great job of supplying young artists with instruments they need and just getting them started and ready to go.
Any tools possible, pretty much. And it's nice for the community.
Yeah, exactly. It was great getting to talk to them, hoping to work with them again in the future. That was a fun episode, so definitely tune into that. But today, we have a special guest, and it is Roderik. What's going on, guys?
What up?
What up?
Thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for calling us special, dude.
Super special.
Yeah.
We've been playing this for a while now.
We have been playing this a while. What was that? May?
Yeah, it was like
early May.
It just started getting warm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember because we were like loading in gear that day, and it was a far walk, and it was very hot.
Yeah,
And I didn't have the cutoff shirt yet.
Yeah,
Yet, and I wore way too hot of a shirt for that show. And the
Those
doors
characters.
open,
Yeah.
so it was very hot.
I think that was the first day that I got to wear shorts. So that's a good day for me when I get to put on the shorts on like right now.
Embrace it.
Dude, I go ripped jeans. If I'm doing something like this, you got to go ripped. He's crazy.
I mean, you know,
He's crazy.
you just gotta.
You want me to
deal
rip
with
one for you?
honestly. Nah,
I could rip them.
Nah.
Okay.
Then I wouldn't be able to wear them for work. You know.
We'll
Yeah,
talk.
they have
We'll
to,
talk after.
You know.
Get the breeze in, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to do that. I'm going to start doing that. You're going to see me come on the podcast now, ripped jeans.
Every time you come on the podcast, you're just ripped a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
Until they're just shorts again.
Yeah. And then just cut them into shorts, be like, I'm back to
It's
shorts,
the life
guys.
cycle of the jeans.
Yeah. Yeah, we were trying to get you guys in earlier, but you guys had like a lot scheduled.
Yeah, we
A
had
lot of shows.
We had a crazy first half of the year, and now we've
Yeah.
kind of like dialed back.
Dial
Second
back.
half of
I
the
feel
year.
like it's just still crazy.
It is a
We're
little
just always
crazy.
working. You know.
Yeah.
You know,
true.
we're just always working.
Not a
Yeah.
bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's weird in these moments because it's like go. Like you write a song and then you know everyone thinks it goes out like the next day, but it doesn't. But like you write a song and then you kind of plan. Well, at least for us, we like plan the release and like okay, what are we doing? Like what's the visuals behind this? Like what are we doing? Like how we're gonna present this? Like you know, and there's how's the rollout gonna happen? And then like you do it, and then you're back to like if you're doing like singles like we were for a while. Like it's kind of like very fast paced. You kind of just repeat that cycle. And then in these moments when you're working on something bigger, like a bigger project, it's like, wow, what the hell have I been doing for like 3 months, right? And you're just like writing and you're just like, it feels like empty almost. Feels like it's different,
Yeah.
right? Because you're not in that cycle anymore. Now you're in like a much longer form of that cycle, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we're in that weird spot right now where it's like,
Oh, yeah.
we know what's coming, but like, kind of.
Can you tell us what's coming?
Yeah, I mean, we're working on a follow-up to our last EP.
Yeah.
We threw around, we're very interactive with our audience on our socials, and we threw around the idea of doing an album, and we want to do an album. We kind of went against the grain on this one and didn't do an album. We're not doing an album yet. So we don't know. We know the direction we want to go with our sound, but we don't know if we want it to be an album worth.
Gotcha.
So we're going to go with a follow-up to our last EP and just kind of go the direction we've been going with our singles.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And then, wait, so when that's all, you're going to keep going out with singles, then do the full album? Is that what you're looking to do?
It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
We're doing things very different than most people would do with this release. I'm not going to say that part because I'm not entirely sure we're going to execute that fully yet.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just like a...
It's in the air.
Yeah.
Type thing.
But we know we're doing at least one EP next year.
That's great. Yeah.
Maybe an album to follow up. Maybe another EP. We're not sure yet.
Wow.
So, but we will be releasing more singles like
Yeah.
come near the end of this year, if nothing goes wrong, right?
Yeah, I know.
you know.
Yeah, especially like you mentioned that you were in the writing phase now too for that, right?
Mhm.
That's great. I mean, when I saw you guys at in Asbury, wow, the stage performance, you guys like have it sold, and you
Thank
probably
you.
hear that all the time, but you have it sold.
It's
and,
always nice to hear. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and you guys just did the Road to Warp tour, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
we
that
awesome.
was
did.
also another hot day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like you the way I see it is like you do like all these things and then like you have that final boss, right? And that was like for us was like the Road to Warp because then it starts to like dial back a little bit for us. And like it's just funny how that kind of just like coincides. But yeah, Road to Warp was crazy. It was hot as hell. Talking about hot.
Very hot.
yeah,
Very hot. I don't know how any of these bands survived on Warp Tour. Like,
yeah. We
for
went.
months
We
and
went to
months.
Warp Tour in DC.
Oof.
And the first day, I thought it was gonna rain, and it was hot.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
carrying like a windbreaker with me, like with like my little backpack thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I never wore the windbreaker, and I was just like I would die in this thing if I was wearing it.
Yeah.
But,
Absolutely.
How did that show go for you guys?
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Childhood
I
dream
think it
come
was
true,
it was
right?
a great show. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I enjoyed playing outside. Actually, got to wear my sunglasses.
Yeah.
Is there any like standout memorable moments during that performance or the experience as a whole?
Yeah, there's a few. So, I don't know if they caught it on film or not, but we're always trying to film everything, but
Oh shit! Sorry.
it's okay.
I want to edit that out.
In like the very early, like very, like maybe a minute into our first song, there was like a wrestling thing, like right, like adjacent to the stage.
Oh yeah.
Right? So like there was like these either pro or semi-pro wrestlers that were
Nice.
like kind of off to the side. And like we get into our first song and all of a sudden I see this dude in his underwear like like flying onto the stage. So I was really confused. I was like, "Oh my god, someone's getting arrested," right? And then like
think?
I realized that it
is
was one of the wrestling guys, which they had not been doing prior to our set. Like
They
I think
started,
they
like,
just started
during-
it when we started our set, so we didn't know like what anyone looked like
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like so there was just like this guy like in his like wrestling uniform, which is just like underwear for
yeah.
the most part, right? Like realistically. And like
bug
I was
out.
just very confused because he was like getting pinned up against the stage and then all of a sudden he's on the stage and I was just very confused. So then I was like after the first song, which was Everything, I was like, yo, I thought some guy was like jumping on stage or getting arrested on stage in his underwear, and the guy ended up like from the stage, from the wrestling stage, he heard me,
over.
turns around, and he just flips me off, and I was just like, all right, dude, like, you know, like
I didn't
try
see
to be
that.
in my
I
shoes
didn't
here,
see
like
that.
you know, I
Yeah.
didn't know what was coming here, and like
Yeah.
I wasn't judging it, I was just saying I was very confused.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I would be
Yeah.
too.
You know?
That's like so like weird for that to even happen.
Yeah.
From my perspective, I was like, hell yeah, we're playing everything, and there's wrestling. What's better than that? You
Yeah,
know,
once
from
I
my
connected the
perspective.
dots, right? Like
Yeah.
I was like, this is cool. But like, you know, being on stage, you're like, you never know what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
And not that anything ever
No, you
really
never
happens
know.
at our shows, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You never know what's gonna happen in a live set.
You guys
That's what
should've-
makes live music so amazing.
Yeah.
You guys should have hopped in the ring with them. Straight up
You know what I should have? Honestly, I should have, but I would have got wrecked. I think, like,
like-
probably got wrecked.
Got the wrestlers like starting a mosh pit and stuff like that.
They should have. I don't know. Not really. I think they should. I don't
Honestly,
know.
I thought it was just metal as heck that they were doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah, I mean,
Wrestling.
that's like old school,
Right?
like skate and surf
Yeah.
kind of vibes,
Yeah,
right?
like Roman Reigns coming out to a metal song. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was definitely a standout. And then like, you know, playing with bands that we like grew up listening to, right? That's always a standout.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. It was
So,
definitely cool.
what are your influences when you guys write?
So I mean, for me, right, we all have different influences,
Yeah.
and like that's kind of what kind of creates a sound. But you know what's funny is that it's been in our bio since like our first like rendition of our bio of like how we have influences in like hip hop, R&B, and how that's like reflected in our songs. And it was early on, but now it's really starting to come in.
Yeah.
And like I'm starting to see a lot of that. Like I grew up on like all types of music, right? Like I was a radio kid, dude. Like I really I loved
Like the
my
top-
iPod,
Yeah.
but like I probably had a Zune, right? Like
The Microsoft version.
yeah. But like
R.I.P.
yeah, but like
those things were awesome. Though.
they were awesome.
Yeah.
But like I loved everything, man. Like one of my favorite artists is Neo. Like
Neo's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah, like
Miss
so.
Independent.
Oh my
Ooh,
god,
I
dude.
Great
love
joint.
her.
That's a
You're the
great joint right
gentleman
there.
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, I mean, so that's kind of a lot of like the generalized influences for me right now. I really like artists like Dayseeker. I think they're doing like really interesting stuff. I really he probably hates when I talk about it because I talk about them all the time, but I think Point North is doing really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, kind of like pushing the envelope of the genre, and that's the kind of stuff I'm really into right now.
Yeah.
Is like either I'm in the mood for like nostalgia, or I'm in the mood for like pushing the envelope and
Yeah.
like hearing things that are like combining different sounds and different genres and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff that really piques my interest right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You have a great voice that shows that too. You sound really good.
Dude, thank
Yeah.
you. I could never handle the like R&B stuff. Like I just don't
Yeah.
have that kind of voice, but it can work with the fusion, I think.
Yeah.
Like maybe, I don't know. I
mean,
hope so.
I mean, R&B is great because like all the melodies are just
Yeah.
like they're really catchy and really well written. Neo, there's like a bunch more too. Like I mean, I like Boyz II Men.
Boyz-
That's
Classics.
super throwback.
Yeah.
Boyz
Classics
II Men's
for
like
sure.
my number one. Who else? The R&B. I'm not too much.
Casey and JoJo.
The King.
Casey and JoJo's one.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, yeah.
The
For
King.
sure.
Yeah, that's true. Chris Brown, yeah.
Chris Brown, for sure.
It was actually,
I mean,
it was
yeah.
actually funny because when we went to Warped Tour in DC, we took the train and we were getting an Uber to our hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and we were right by the stadium, the National Stadium, and he was looking to see if there were games. So it's me and our other friend, and he goes, "Oh crap, Nelly's playing tonight." Yes. So we were like, we have to go, and the tickets were like nothing.
Yeah, it was like $10.
great.
To go see
Yeah.
Nelly.
Wow.
Good
Yeah.
opportunity.
He actually didn't come on stage till like 1:00 in the morning because there was a rain delay.
He got rained out.
He's
So-
like, I'm not going on the
Happens.
stage for $10 a ticket.
Oh, absolutely not.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we didn't even really get that great of seats, but we were able to go like close because like everyone left her in the rain.
Yeah,
but it
oh
was
my
just funny
gosh.
because like I grew up like with not with Nelly, but listening to Nelly.
Yeah.
I wish I grew up.
I grew up
Nelly.
with Nelly. He was
Yeah.
my neighbor. We were hanging out.
Me and Nelly are like this. Yeah, it was crazy to see. Everyone was just like vibing on Nelly, like all the old school stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it went to the newer like country stuff he's trying to do with like pop artists and stuff. It was
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, country's having like a huge like cross genre revival right now.
Yeah.
Not that it ever really
100%.
went away, but
Yeah, Underoath did a song with what's his name? I forget the country artist. They did a collab together.
I gotta listen to that.
We'll
That
post it.
sounds
We'll
cool.
post it. I forget who it
That
is.
sounds
But
Yeah.
they did a
Under Oath
collab.
country song. I'm trying to listen to that.
Yeah,
sick.
they collabed with like a country artist.
That's
which is
sick.
cool, yeah, you listen to
super
Underoath?
fun.
yeah, I actually am one of those weird people that like got into them much later, like
Oh, okay.
like a back catalog kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like I was like that kid that loved emo music and like heavier music, but they were kind of on the edge of
yeah,
being too heavy for me as a kid,
yeah. Gotcha.
kind of thing.
Mhm.
Now I like it a lot more, but
Yeah,
yeah, like I actually got into like the Almost before I got into.
We were just me and Mark. We were just listening to Almost on the way here.
They're great. I
Yeah.
mean that their first two albums were like
Yeah.
to me they were.
I haven't heard the second one, but the first one I've heard. Yeah,
The first one is like for me iconic. Like
yeah,
every song on that album is amazing.
yeah. The drummer's great. For him to
Yeah.
be a front man in that
Yeah.
band was really cool to hear because I like his
Absolutely.
voice too. He has
Yeah.
a great voice.
I mean, he sings in Under Oath too, and like,
Yeah,
you know,
he
like
sings, yeah.
I don't know. I'm a melody guy first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
If we're gonna do screams, it's gonna be because it like has a purpose or like
Right.
I want to like emphasize something or I don't know, it's heavy and I can't not sing in it. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
otherwise, like I'm a melody guy first and foremost. So
Yeah.
Aaron Gillespie, if that's how you
Aaron
how to say-
Gillespie,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know if that's how you say his name. I think
it is.
I've
yeah.
heard it like many different ways, but yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. I mean, I remember like during like the early 2000s, like probably like 9, 10. He was like, he made a name for himself. I mean, not as I mean, he's pretty big in the music scene. Not as big as Travis Barker, obviously. Travis Barker's like huge, but like Aaron like made like a huge name for himself marketing wise, where everyone was like buying his like signature drum sets back in the day. I remember. And just to see him on stage was great because he does sing while he plays drums, which is like super cool.
He's like one of the few.
Yeah. And like drumming, like the way he drums and sing at the same time, that's pretty.
It's very impressive.
Yeah,
it's very impressive. I always love an artist, and then when I deep dive into it, and like very rarely does this happen, but when I deep dive into it, and I'm like, oh, that's the drummer, I like immediately gain like 100% more respect for the band. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I am the least talented drummer.
Yeah,
you could ever in any rhythm section ever. So I don't know how they do it.
Yeah,
Steve should sing.
Steve should not sing.
Steve should sing.
Who's Steve?
Our drummer, Steve.
Drummer Steve?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
should
cool.
not sing.
Oh yeah.
It's funny actually.
Shout out Uncle Steve.
Yeah, Uncle Steve. He actually, we just found out recently. Like we're in a band together for like years now, and you find out things about each other you don't know. Like I just found out he was like in like his choir group growing up.
Oh yeah.
Like in high school or something,
funny.
and like they like won state champs or something, and I'm like, what? Like, how do I not know this about you? And like, why aren't you singing in the band here?
Yeah. Oh, so he would just rip? You're saying?
I don't know.
I'm scared to find out.
Yeah,
I want to find out.
You guys are gonna be doing like a Seosin battle, like Anthony
no, I
Green.
think I'm gonna be out of the band if like. You know
That's what I'm saying. You do like
like
Seosin, like how Anthony Green was in it, and then they got I always forget the other lead singer's name.
Cove, right?
Cove, yeah.
Are you a Cove guy or are you?
I met Cove at Asbury Lanes. We went by the tour bus.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, obviously, like you're gonna like butter things up a bit when your fans are there.
Yeah.
But like he's like, email me, I'll get on the podcast. I didn't email him, but I DM'd him. So I'm hoping. But they're like, they just got off a Warped Tour, and he's like on the run. But like, we got to talk about like. I basically interviewed him without a camera, which I wish I would. But I asked him, like, what, like, how come you guys didn't do this sooner? Because all the bands were coming back. And he goes, I had no idea, like, this was, like, back and, like, a thing again. Because we caught them at, like, their, like, first run of shows. Mm-hmm. And, like, he's like, I had no idea that this was a thing again. He goes, it's nice to get back on stage, though.
Yeah.
Well,
isn't he doing, doesn't he have another project?
He has another band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's got two. Other projects.
That's what he really wanted to talk about, because I don't know if he could really talk about Seos things. Right. I think the guitarist is like the main like writer. Right?
Yeah.
So I mean that'd be cool. I mean there was a lot of other bands too. Like you guys know Homegrown? They're like a throwback pop punk band.
I feel like they're one of those bands that I've heard of, but I don't.
They're from California. They used to be like in the drive-through record scene with
hell yeah,
Newfound Glory, Census Fail, and all those guys. So they were I like their music. They just weren't like as big of a pop as the other drive-through bands, like Hidden Plainview and all those guys.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, fortunately.
Yeah, but their music's great. They resemble a lot of Blink-182.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. That would have been cool too. We'll see. But so let's get to your influences too now. What are yours? Because it's obviously going to be different, right?
I mean, I've said in the past that I was in my 60s era, but nowadays I'm definitely into the post-hardcore metalcore.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's make some riffs.
6 months ago, that was a different answer.
Yeah, it was a different answer.
It was.
Well, everyone goes through changes.
I love Celine Dion. I love Celine Dion.
I was definitely 6 months ago Steely Dan, 60s vibe, but now... Post-hardcore, metalcore, halftime breakdowns. Let's do it.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at right now.
Not a better time to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he comes from like the recording world, right? So
I'm a recording engineer by trade.
Oh, really? Okay.
For sure.
So
you guys got it all.
Hip hop and stuff.
Oh yeah. Hip hop is a
really?
huge influence of mine for sure. I love making. I think that for me, I've thought about this a lot. It's not just hip hop. It's in general. Vocal recording I love to do and arrangement of songs, and that's why I'm saying with metalcore, post-hardcore, all that has all that kind of stuff, that vocal production with the really intense arrangement, like that's what I've been super into right now. Nice. The ebbs and flows of and I think that's what's made some bands really successful right now, like Sleep Token on the Billboard 200, Screaming on their record. but it's the ebbs and flows, and they got sections in the songs for everyone, you know. The arrangements are great, and I think that's what's really important. That's why I'm really into that kind of music right now.
Yeah.
I actually just read something the other day that like bands like Sleep Token and, you know, all these hard rock bands that are coming out now are actually boosting rock in like the ratings right now for most listened to music.
For sure.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's great that you guys are doing that right now.
Yeah.
And you are doing it because it's only
100%.
going up right now.
You know what? It's funny that you mentioned that because I think about it a lot of the time. Like, I always felt like growing up, I was growing up in the wrong time period, right? Like, had I wrote this stuff, had I like maybe been born in like late 80s instead of like the 90s, like I feel like I would have been a part of that third wave emo. But like, not that I was good or anything.
That
like
was us.
at that
We were
age,
part
I
of
was
it.
terrible. But
Still
like,
learning.
it kind of just shows that if you just stick with something long enough, it's gonna come back,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And like, listen, 4's my lucky number. You know, fourth wave emo. I'm here for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, maybe we'll be a part of that. That would be great.
Yeah.
Music is
You know?
about longevity.
True.
I mean, you guys are
That's
already
so
playing like the
important.
shows to do that, like Road to Warped Tour. That's like big.
That was like a first though.
Yeah.
That's not like
because you guys
the
got
norm for us.
advertisement through the Warped Tour, like IG and all that stuff,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like
It
they're
was
already
such a
like
dream.
looking at you guys, you know. So
So I actually didn't really know much about Road to Warp before we got onto it because obviously Warped Tour hadn't been around for a couple years now,
yeah,
right? And
5 years.
And I actually didn't know that they did Road to Warped prior to this, like with the tour itself. And it was actually for which I felt incredibly honored about, but like it was actually intended for the up and coming artists that you should have your eye on.
Yeah.
And like I didn't know that, and I feel crazy that I didn't know that because I was so part of the Warped Tour scene.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, but like maybe I read something false. You know what I mean? But like that's what I read, and I was like, wow, that's really crazy that that's like what it's for. Because I like did like a dive into it. I was like, Road to Warped. I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like it's associated with Warped Tour, but like it's not quite Warped Tour, and that. So I like kind of did a deep dive into it, and like that's what I came like out with it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's like a huge honor to be on like what Warped Tour thinks is
It really
like the
is.
next band you should have your
Oh,
eye
yeah.
on, right? Among those artists that are playing that day is crazy.
Well, after going, it's evident that they're going to keep Warped Tour going, so you
Yeah.
never know. Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, didn't they announce
Yeah, they
2026
announced
dates
it.
for like
We
some of them already?
we already got
which is-
tickets
Yeah.
for Long
Did you?
Beach.
Yeah.
California, yeah.
Oh, man.
I
we
think
should
they're
go.
doing all three
should go,
locations
Kelly.
again next
Nice.
year. Yeah,
There was rumors that
Bad
they were
trip to
going
Cali.
back to more states.
really.
Yeah. Rumors
so
about
cool.
it.
I mean, you know, you got to test the waters,
Yeah.
right? See if it's there.
I think Kevin Lyman that runs is
That'd
just
be
like a
so
tired guy now. He
Uh-huh.
just like doesn't want to deal. Like it's a
I would
lot.
be too, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
would
is
be
a lot,
too.
but-
I'm tired just like
Yeah.
waking up this morning. You know what I mean? Like, I
True.
can't imagine how many tours he's put together, like years and years. What,
Yeah.
from like the 80s, like, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
jeez.
Probably from
That's a
around
lot.
then. And then like he's just like yeah, he's been a big help to Vans.
For sure.
Like Vans is smart. Like we were talking about this. I think I was talking. Was it you, Mark? I think we were talking about it. We were talking about basically how they kind of like revived the like Vans was smart to get Warped Tour back because when we went to the show, a lot of the people that went to Warped Tour like in the early 2000s, they brought their kids with them.
That's cool.
So they got to like experience like
Yeah.
Warped Tour.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really cool. They like enjoyed it, and they were like, so there was some like kids that were like knew all the lyrics to songs.
That's
so
amazing.
great. That's so amazing.
Like
I
for
love that.
Machine Gun Kelly's set, he saw this like little girl on her dad's shoulders, and he's like, "Oh, come over here." And then he gave the mic, and she knew all the lyrics. He's like, "You know all
Oh
my
my
lyrics?"
God,
like,
that's
he was
crazy.
like surprised. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
crazy.
god.
Yeah, and it was so.
That's always a
love that.
crazy feeling.
yeah.
Right? Like that's for us. Like if we're
Oh, yeah.
if we're in like Jersey or something, like it's always a great feeling when you're home,
Mhm.
and like it's more prevalent when you're home. But when you're on the road
Someone sings
and
your
like
song.
and you're seeing people mouthing
Yeah.
your words, like it kind of throws you off for a second. You're like, wow, this had impact on you like so far away.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like so I can't imagine like the level that he feels that, but I can
Mhm.
like understand. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like
It's the music you wrote, you know,
Yeah.
and for someone to actually like
yeah.
listen to it, know it, it's like a big thing. It's an important thing.
Yeah. And we have this like not to like I guess promote it, screw it, right?
Yeah.
But like we have a Discord for like people that anyone who wants to join our Discord,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh.
And like like we're always in there. We're always talking to people in there, and like we'll get videos in there of like people that, or like, I mean, I consider them like our friends, like them like filming their kids like singing our songs, and like so
That's
it's like
awesome.
that's
sick.
kind
So
of
cool.
like what I can imagine he's feeling, right? Because like you're, and I always think like, oh, it's the next generation, you know, like that's
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
you know. Because, like, that was me, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
what I was.
Yeah, it was all
Except
of
mine
us,
was
too.
probably Celine Dion, but, you know.
How did you get introduced to like rock and like pop punk and all that type of music?
It was a long journey for me,
Was there like a
actually.
band that like hit where it's like, okay, I'm going? Like for me, it was Green Day, Blink-182. That was like the
Yeah.
first for me. And
See, I
Newfound
had,
Glory.
like, yeah, I agree with that, too. I had, like, stints of, like, I was huge. So, music started for me, like, really early.
yeah.
Like, I would be singing in my car seat as, like, a kid.
Oh.
And, like, my mom has, like, this one video of me singing, like, Oh, What a Night. Do you know? Oh,
yeah, what a night. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this, Frankie Valli.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like like that is like kind of like I've always been interested in music. But like I had a stint where like my sister is like 6 years older than me, so she was a huge Blink fan, and like so I was getting into them like really really young, and like when they were first coming out, and then it turned into like Green Day when they did their American Idiot album. Oh no,
Yeah.
wait, that's late, isn't it? That was like 06?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
06
Yeah,
was
yeah. So I
American
think it
Idiot.
was like MCR was next
Oh,
in like
MCR is a
04,
big one,
right?
yeah.
And like Taking Back Sunday and like their very early stuff, and then it was Green Day all the way. Like
Yeah.
Green Day, that American Idiot album, all the way, and then it just kind of spiraled, right? And then it's The
Yeah.
Used, and it's Reliant K, and it's like you know what I mean?
Relient
It just
K,
kind
yeah.
of like spiraled into that, but it was like years in the making.
That Reliant K album, the first one's really good.
Yeah,
It's so
fire.
catchy.
So good.
Yeah.
They have two albums that I think are just like top notch.
Yeah.
It's I don't even know how to say this on the mic, but is like
Yeah.
that album, right? Like, and
Every
then
song's
there's-
catchy on
it's
the first
so
album.
good.
The first album I know, and that
Yeah.
is like every song is just catchy.
Their follow up was like 5 Score or something like that, and it
Oh,
was
okay.
also
Good.
it was like that album, but it was just like slightly more mature.
I gotta give it a listen.
You
yeah.
should give it a listen. It's
Yeah.
really good. There's like songs that you can tell is like, oh, this was meant for radio, but like there are great songs like Devastation and Reform, like great song off that album. Very like kind of dark
Uh-huh.
for them.
Yeah.
But like you could tell they're kind of like mature with their sound, and like they're kind of experimenting a little bit here and there, but like great follow up.
I gotta listen to it because the first one's very like pop punk.
Yeah.
And, like
Yeah.
happy tones type of.
They kind of go a little bit
Describe.
more emo tinged with it.
Yeah, I
On
gotta
that.
take a listen to that.
But like also more pop in certain songs too, which is like interesting.
Oh, yeah.
That band reminds me of like, well, not like totally reminds you, but do you guys know the band Acceptance?
I don't
No.
think
I think
so.
you'd like it if you're in the
Yeah?
melodies. Give them a listen. They just started playing again, which I'm surprised because I never got to see them, but I love their album. And give it a listen. It's really good. Like every song there is great. We'll give it a listen. I'll show it to you guys after the pod. But
Yeah, please.
it's really good. But they're doing like 4 shows in California.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, wow. I'm like, bring that to Jersey. But
Yeah.
Jersey gets like the bad end of the stick sometimes now
Yeah.
when it comes to people coming here.
Yeah.
You know, like you'll look for like your state and it'll either be New York or Philly now, which is
Yeah.
kind of sad because all those bands that like in the early 2000s, they all came up from Jersey.
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's like this club that I like watched this really old video of like Taking Back Sunday when they're like first starting, and like they have like this cult following already, which you can like kind of see in the video. But they're playing this venue in Jersey, and like I didn't even know that this venue, I could not remember the name now, but like it's like old, like VHS old, like some guy sat in the
like a
corner with a
VFW hall
VHS
or
thing. No, it wasn't a VFW. I don't know what it was,
Beta
but
tape.
it probably says it on the video, but like
Field Cafe.
it's this venue that I drive by every day that's just been closed. I didn't even know it was a venue back then.
What town is it in?
It's like I don't know because I'm not from Jersey originally.
okay.
And like it's like on this weird stretch that like kind of goes up the coast of like near Staten Island ish.
Okay.
Ish,
Yeah,
like
they're
because
from
I'm
Long
south
Island.
of Staten Island, so
Yeah.
like in Jersey. So like it's like kind of on this weird road that's like kind of bypasses the parkway.
Mm.
And like I would take it for like like a random reason, like I would just go that way if it's like too close to go on the Parkway. So I don't even know what town it's in, because it's one of those that you kind of just pass through every so often.
Right. Yeah.
And like I remember seeing the building, and like it had the name, and I always like noticed it, and I was like, wow, that's like an interesting like building. And then it turns out it's the venue that they were playing in, and I was like, so to get back to your point, sorry, that was a huge tangent, but to get back to your point, I feel like Jersey kind of has this weird like
history.
It has a great history, but then it kind of has this weird like situation now where it like wants to be a big place for artists to go, and like it should be, but it hasn't really. But it's surrounded by Philly and New York City, so like, you know, it's, you could either do that as 3 stops or you just do the 2, right? But also like it kind of has like not that many big like mid-level venues left. It's Starland, Wellmont, and then like Stone Pony, right? Like there's not really that many. Like I can name a million venues in New York City and a million venues, well, not a million in Philly, but like big venues in Philly that artists go to. We're playing one of them soon. Playing the Foundry at the Fillmore. So like,
let's do it.
Oh wow! What date? What's the date?
That is
August
on the 13th.
13th? I don't know. Nah. He's the calendar
We'll
guy.
post
let me get out my phone. I don't know where my phone is. Never mind.
Yeah, we'll post it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it feels like it's like kind of stuck in that rut.
It is true, because a lot of the shows like on the off season, right? Like summer you can go to Summer Stage, right?
Absolutely.
But that's the summer. But yeah, you're right. During like the off season when it's cold out, Starland is like the venue.
Starland is
that could fit in like Wellmont.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised, because I remember going to Wellmont, they never did like
they're just
shows of band. They're just starting,
right? Yeah. I know.
They never did, and now like they're bringing them out.
It's awesome.
Which they should. Montclair's a cool town.
Montclair's awesome.
Yeah. So Mudvayne's playing there soon.
Mudvayne.
Yeah.
Love that record. LG50.
Yeah, right?
Dude.
Foreigner. I'm like,
Foreigner's playing. Yeah.
Foreigner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we just played there earlier this year, and like at Wellmont, and like we made a whole big thing about like coming to hang out with us in Montclair, because it's such a cool town.
Yeah.
And like what we try to do is like we'll try to hang out with like people that are driving from really far to like make a day out of it, and like come hang out with us. Like we're gonna get coffee at this place. Like we'll just talk, we'll just chat, hang out, and like that was the first place we did it, was in Montclair, because we're like, it's such a cool town. It's like it's like a city, like a little city in Montclair. So it's such a good venue, and such a great place.
Yeah, we well, I used to be from up north, but now in the Asbury area, and we grew up going to like a bunch of shows. Montclair was like the spot. A lot of the venues aren't there anymore. I mean, we were talking about this the last podcast. Was Meat Locker's still there in the basement,
for better or worse.
Yeah, they're still going. Been there for a long time. But Bloomfield Ave used to be a big one. A lot of people used to come like right out of Bloomfield Ave. Like I remember when Hidden Plainview, we went to their show when they just got signed by Drive Thru.
Hell yeah!
And that used to be huge. I mean, it was like a hole in the wall place. There was no bar.
Yeah.
They would just serve like water, soda, and like chips and hot dogs. It was just a whole,
That's so
awesome.
fun.
And like people would pack that place, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a cool venue. There was another venue I know of that was in Randolph, New Jersey.
Okay.
And it was Obsessions, and it was I saw Haley Williams there.
Really?
Before she was anything, dude.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
awesome.
She was opening for, I think, My American Heart was headlining.
You know
Oh
My American
my
Heart?
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, I
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah, they're great. They were headlining that show.
And Haley Williams was opening?
They were opening. Yeah.
That's wild.
Before Paramore was Paramore.
Yeah.
Haley Williams in a band.
But the funny part was, I don't know if they opened, they might have played second, and it was a 4 band lineup. So people saw the first band, and then it went to Paramore, and then people left to go buy merch and didn't even stay and watch really Paramore in the crowd, which was insane.
That'll happen.
crazy.
Yeah, and then look at her now. She's like
Hey.
Billboard artist, all this
Yeah.
stuff. So it's like the persistency, like endurance, you just keep going.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like
It's the
It can-
connections you
important.
make too.
Yeah, that
It can
too, yeah.
really beat you down, though.
It can.
Oh,
It
yeah.
can, dude. This
just
industry
gotta
is rough.
Yeah, anything creative, man. You just got to keep going.
You got to keep going, dude.
Yeah,
I think about how many times I could have stopped, right?
Yeah.
And like thought about stopping, like, you know, and like
I think the hardest thing about
Sometimes
being
it
like an
just works.
artist, like in any facet, is you have to have thick skin, But at the same time, you're writing music where you have to show emotion.
Yeah.
So to have both, that's a talent on its own to do
Wearing
that.
many hats.
You know?
It's funny because I don't define myself as having thick skin, but like
Yeah.
when I think about the resilience
Yeah.
aspect, like I do think I have that, but like it's not like as I'm not a thick skinned person, so I
Yeah.
don't know where that came from. I
Yeah,
guess it's
yeah.
just like passion, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Yeah, I guess like you either are one or the other, and I mean you could be both. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like for me, I am not a thick skinned person. Like you make fun of my ripped jeans, I'm gonna be sad. You know what I mean? like I'm not like you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So like
It'll,
I don't know.
It'll
Yeah,
affect
it's
you in
hard.
some
100%
way.
true.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
It's hard, and like being persistent with music is like it's like you gotta know that you like love what you're doing,
Yeah.
right? Because when no one else does,
Longevity.
who else is gonna love it but you
Exactly.
and my wife?
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So actually I have this really funny video, it's like side note, where my wife loves Noah Khan, like loves Noah Khan.
Yeah. They just played See Her Now last year, right?
Yeah. And it's funny because there's this video where like I kind of pull out my phone because she's talking about Noah Khan. She's talking about him to my mother-in-law, and she's like, I love Noah Khan so much. He's my favorite singer, and I'm like, he's your favorite singer? And she like looks at me and she goes, you think you're my favorite singer? Like that's how my wife is. And like
Yeah.
so like I know I'm not her favorite singer, but like
Yeah.
it's okay. She loves me. She loves what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like she likes the song. She actually helps me write lyrics sometimes. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
so,
Yeah, it'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
There's
I don't
something-
think so.
You
I
guys
don't
are
think I will.
on the way. That's a harder battle. Is your wife
Yeah.
doing that than actually being like top 5 artists in like international?
Yeah, I could be like top of Billboard and I'll be
Yeah.
like, how do you feel about my music? And she's like, Noah Khan though.
Yeah.
And like James Arthur.
Yeah.
And like I love all these artists, but like, you know what? I accept it. You
Yeah.
know? Never gonna be number one, but it's fine. You know?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's a style, you know? I'm just gonna say it's a style.
Yeah.
You say you're not
Yeah.
thick-skinned? That sounds like thick-skinned to me.
No, that's called denial.
Denial. Yeah.
That is
denial.
Yeah, for sure.
Reconsoling yourself.
Yeah, it's like laying down on this couch and talking to my therapy later about it. You know,
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
but it's fine. I'll just like lock it down and then I'll put it in
Yeah.
a song. You know?
Exactly. I was just
Yeah.
about to ask you that.
Yeah.
How do you go about writing lyrics for your songs?
So
I mean, let's take one example of one song, "Everything."
mhm.
How did you? What's the song about, and how did you get to writing those lyrics?
Okay, so you've asked a question that no one's asked before.
Okay, there we go.
And actually, this is the one song I don't talk about what it's about
Really?
because
Okay.
it's the most personal song I have, and it's
Really?
something that's still happening.
Uh huh.
So it's kind of like one of those things where, like, I don't really want to talk about it because it's still current, and there's a lot of things I talk about that's like kind of past already, and like you kind of have to just like lock into that.
Mm-hmm.
But like this was one of those songs that like for me, I kind of let the song write itself,
Mm-hmm.
and like these lyrics just kind of just happened,
Yeah.
right? So that's a hard one to talk about because it's like that one, like I'll write a melody first,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be like gibberish.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will literally say
Yeah, you just do the melody.
just words.
I've
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
many
yeah.
voice memos.
Yeah, they're just like words that sound good together, but like phonetically, but like don't mean
Right.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was one of those songs where like it was almost like, wow, this is a perfect line here. This is a perfect line here. This works great here.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, and then there are songs that are a lot harder because you kind of just like don't really know where to go with it.
Right.
That's like one of those songs that just kind of wrote itself.
Let go.
Let Go is okay. Let Go is a good one. Yeah, Let Go we can talk about. Yeah. So Let Go. I mean, okay. Well, everything, right? Like
Yeah.
in general, is just about like being betrayed and being like trusting in someone, and then having that trust completely destroyed,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like maybe I'll burn the lies, cauterize, stop the bleeding. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like maybe I will literally just like chop off this part of me,
Yeah.
burn it to a crisp so it stops bleeding and just move on, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like that. It's definitely about like a relationship, like interpret it how you want, right? Could be a romantic relationship, like I'm still with my wife, so like it's definitely not that, right?
Yeah.
But like it
Interpretation
could be
is really
like
important.
a parent, it could be like a sibling, it
Right.
could be like a friend, right? It doesn't matter, but like that's the idea behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Let go is more intrusive. Let go is kind of like not really knowing whether to like move on in life, right? In general, like am I on the right path? Am I like, it's basically like written in a way of like you're kind of on the cusp of like, do I move forward with this in my life or do I not, or do I stay where I've been? Which is like where the metaphor of like being on the ledge is like, should I jump or should I not? Right? And it's not about suicide. Like it's really, I love songs that don't tell you what it's about.
Yeah.
And like for me, I love like painting the picture rather than
You want people to interpret it.
yeah. I want it to be like thought provoking.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Is he on a ledge?
Yeah.
Or is he not on a ledge, right?
Yeah.
Or is he talking about a metaphorical
Yeah.
ledge?
I think that's what's so important about metaphors is that anyone can interpret like that kind of idea any way that they want. They can apply it to their life, to their work, to their relationships. And I think that that's what's great about emo music is that it's just emotional music to take your emotions out. And I think that even though Jake has the ideas that he's writing these songs about that are his emotions, to me, you know, I don't really have anything to do with the lyrics, but I find my own interpretations as well. And I think that that's what's great about the music is that everyone can find their own interpretations.
Right. Yeah.
There's a song on our last EP which is Pretty Lost, and this is a song that like I championed from the beginning because it's a very vocal and like lyric heavy song. Like if you break apart the instrumentals, they are like they're fine, but like it's really like the most vocal heavy song we have, where it's like all about the vocal, the melody, and the lyrics, right? And like I remember finally being done with the song. We're all listening to masters, and Dave texts me because like I was the only one championing the song.
It's Pretty Lost, right?
Pretty Lost.
Yeah.
And he like
That's the song.
yeah,
That's the name
Pretty
of the song,
Lost.
Pretty Lost.
Yeah. And I remember him texting me and being like, "I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I get why you.
It's the interpretation.
Yeah.
I get why you championed this song
Yeah.
the whole time because it's like so lyrically deep."
There's nothing wrong at all. in the bridge, there's nothing wrong at all.
Yeah.
You know? I think that.
And like, so yeah, he's referring to like the line of like, I say, this don't feel right. Like it's not very well done, but this don't feel right at all. How can I feel something if I'm fucking lost, right?
Yeah.
I hope I can curse. I don't know.
Yeah.
And like
Part of the song. So.
yeah, true. Yeah, I'm quoting something.
Yeah.
It's important. It's 2 syllables too.
Yeah.
That's an important word
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean it's like in this part of the song where it's literally just the piano and like vocals, and it's just it's all about the emotions I'm feeling as like being at the cusp of being like a 30-year-old and like going from your 20s, like you don't know what that means for you, and like you feel like lost, right? Like
Yeah.
and that's kind of what that song's about.
Yeah.
Not knowing who you are, who you're gonna become.
Yeah.
And I guess Let Go is kind of similar in that way,
Mm-hmm.
but like in more of like a specific way,
Right.
if that makes sense.
You have a favorite song by them. I mean, you're blasting at the gym, right?
What's your
Oh,
favorite
yeah, I was
song?
listening to Panic today at the gym.
Panic?
Yeah.
Panic is
Panic.
the most underrated song, I think.
That
I
is an
love it,
underrated
bro.
one.
It got
Thank
me
you.
going today.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, thank you.
No doubt.
It's like I was
Love
listening
that
to it
chorus.
at the gym today. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate that.
No doubt.
It's funny, like it's like one of our lowest performing songs on that EP.
sounds
In an
fucking
EP
amazing.
that like outperformed any other song we've ever
Oh, yeah.
released.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's the lowest on that EP. And like but within our core base, like Discord and like on polls that we put on our posts, like it's always the song that's like don't take this out of your live set.
Stand
Like
out, yeah.
it is our base's one of our base's favorite song.
I think that's the magic of a deep cut, you know, is
Yeah.
that like a deep cut, maybe it's not for everyone, but it is for like who really likes.
Yeah. If you get
the
it,
sound,
you get it.
You know.
Yeah.
I think that's the magic of a deep cut right there.
We were so excited about Panic because it was like our step into like really going heavy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was. That was the
Yeah.
song to go.
The
Yeah.
And then it
Screams,
was
the
our
drops.
second single off that EP, and it was our lowest performing song, and we're like, ah, shit. So then we like later like fast forward, like we're after the EP, and like we dropped a cover song or whatever, and then like we did everything, and we were like, is this really a smart move? Because like
To go
it's
back,
our lowest performing song,
Mhm.
and we were like, you know what? Screw it. And now everything's
Everything
our top
became
song
our
by
top
a long
performing, yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
So it's like you never know what's gonna connect with people.
You never
but
know.
like Panic is just one of those songs that like it's all the bass loves it, and that's
Yeah.
who we care about.
That's important
Yeah.
because like even with like other bands like I mean back in the day when people used to buy whole albums like CDs.
Oh, I miss
You
those
know,
days.
the
Yeah.
backtracks I think are the best songs. You know that
Absolutely.
people don't really like. That
Yeah.
doesn't end up on MTV. That
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
end up. You know, like the Used, for example, their first album, right? I think Blue and Yellow is a great song.
Oh, yeah.
Super
I love it.
emotional.
Yep.
But like the song. I mean, don't get me wrong. The MTV stuff like Taste of Ink, Buried Alive, like those are great songs.
Yeah. All I got.
But the tracks that didn't like make the cut for that, I think those are the best songs.
I agree.
But
I agree.
You got to have them in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you guys write like any kind of music or like poetry or anything like?
I used to be in a band like
Okay.
back in the day. Yeah, I play
Right.
guitar.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, and I sing.
Oh,
That's cool.
okay, dude. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Like you never really know what you're writing until it's done, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
you never really know how it's gonna resonate with whoever. So like, I just feel like, you're kind of just always guessing whether it's gonna be a song that takes off or not.
Yeah,
And like, I don't know, when it comes down to the release, like it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
yeah,
And like you don't know it's gonna be like a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Until it is.
It's definitely a different time too from like when we were playing, because there's so many analytics now. Back
Oh,
then there was no
yeah.
analytics. Like
can get
no one
crazy
can
about it,
see.
dude. Yeah.
Like people can just go to a show and there's like no numbers of like who viewed this song. Back in the day, like it was pure volume for us. And I
my
don't even
God,
think those.
yeah.
I don't even think those counted views.
I think they did later, but not.
Yeah,
early
not
on,
when they first
no.
came out, and
Yeah.
like that's the time we were around.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit older, so
Yeah.
I grew up in that 2000s like scene. Like I've seen Newfound Glory come up, local shows like
That's awesome.
by
That's
us
so
like
cool.
Yeah.
in Wayne. I never saw Jimmy Eat World, but they used to play in my town, like Skaters World.
Hell yeah.
Who else did you see come up? I mean, Paramore. I told you guys about.
Yeah.
Oh, I met
Since
Pete
it's
Wentz too
Yeah.
That's cool.
at Irving Plaza when they opened up for Less Than Jake.
Oh hell yeah.
And they were like nothing yet either.
I love Less Than Jake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah.
Less Than Jake. Yeah, they opened up for them at Irving. They got
That's
to
an
meet those
interesting
guys.
combo.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because Less Than Jake kind of has their punky songs, but they're really more ska, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
But they do have their punky songs. But like, if I were to put on a bill right now, I don't know if I would put Fall Out Boy and Less Than Jake. Like,
Yeah, Scott and that.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I think they go together.
I think it would be fun though. Honestly, why not do shows like that? Still?
Yeah.
I feel like everything's so like, what's gonna optimize the most sales? Like,
Yeah.
just have fun with it. I feel
And
like
I think
that's
you
what's missing.
Yeah, and you blend like two audiences
Yeah.
together. That's what's
Yeah.
great about Warped Tour, right? You blend
Everyone blends
so many
together.
different people. Like
Yup.
when we went, oh my god,
camaraderie.
the crowd was just amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
even when you guys were playing, it was amazing too, right? Like
Yeah.
you just get
Camaraderie.
so different, like people that like all different types of music,
Yeah.
and
Well,
you guys
we were
all
the lightest
experienced.
band that day for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
We
were the
were
lightest
we were
band for
light in
sure.
comparison.
We had this weird like situation with Road to Warped where we actually had an open canvas of like they were like choose your day, right? We didn't get sent a day and they were like this is your day, this is your time.
Oh really?
We
Wow.
actually had the like opportunity to choose our day, and like we chose the Friday as like the heaviest day, not realizing how heavy it's really gonna be, and
Yeah.
like we were by far the lightest band on that stage for
Really?
sure.
You guys
Yeah.
are you guys are pretty heavy too.
We have our heavy.
We have our
Yes.
heavy moments.
We do
Yeah.
have our heavy moments, but I get bored. So like
Mm.
when I'm writing or like when we're writing,
Yeah.
like I'll be like, yeah, let's throw a breakdown in this like really, really, really poppy song. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I'll be like, this is like, I like balance, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
I should be a bigger Star Wars fan than I am.
Star Wars is
But
awesome.
It is
love
awesome.
I'm a
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars fan, yeah.
But like, I fully agree with like the Jedis of like everything is like the Force is balance, right? And it's all about balance, and like that's how I feel about music. I feel about things like that in my life. Like I could be a dick, but like maybe not so much.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's everything's about balance. That's a joke, by the way, but you know, but like. Because someone's gonna clip that and be like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like, I can see that actually, you know. But I like balance, and
Yeah.
like if we're doing a really poppy song, like there should be some edge in there at some point, you know. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
think
like
it
balance.
goes back to what I was saying before about arrangement, is that if you arrange a song correctly, there's something for everyone. So that you can think it's a heavy song, or you can think it's a light song. You could have two people who listen to the same song, and one can say, oh, this was super poppy, I loved it. And one can say, this was super heavy, I loved it.
Yep.
And I think
Yeah.
it all comes down to the arrangement and how you work the song to make it happen for everyone else, you
Yeah.
know?
That's definitely true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I actually never thought about it like that either.
100%.
It's all perspective,
All
Yeah.
perspective.
right? Like we were the lightest band on that day, but on another day we could have been the heaviest band
Yeah.
on that stage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Like
exactly,
the day
yeah.
before, we would have been probably the heaviest band on that stage because it was like
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was now.
I
I don't want
I
to name drop
don't
any
remember.
wrong bands,
I
but
don't
it,
remember.
it was definitely a lighter day the day before.
Mm-hmm.
So like or like the day after, I think.
I don't know. Either way, I think that, you know, you could have and I think that there are two people who could see our set that day and think that was a heavy band and that was a pop band.
True.
I
Depending
think
on the
that-
song too. like,
and depending on the song, depending
Yeah.
on where they stepped in on our set. And I think that's what makes our set so variety, and I think that that's what is going on in metalcore, post-hardcore, whatever you want to call that kind of stuff. And what I think that we really want to be a part of and continue to be a part of is this idea of amalgamation, postmodernist arrangements.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember distinctly when like Attack was coming out and asking Alexandria in the beginning, when they
Yeah.
even had that dancey vibe in their sets.
Exactly.
You know, like
Exactly.
whatever you want to do, like you know,
Yeah.
it's drawing these different minds and ideas. Like,
Exactly.
somebody could love dancing. They could be at a show like that for some
100%.
reason. All of a sudden, you hear that breakdown, you're like, oh shit! Like,
Oh my gosh.
I love these
Actually-
guys now.
yeah, we actually have a song that has like a 4 on the floor kind of dancing thing,
yeah.
which is Let Go in the
Let Go,
bridge.
yeah.
Yep.
In the bridge, Let Go is like it actually
the
wasn't
floor,
originally like that.
dance
It was
song.
actually like a really pulled back drum part, and I remember calling our producer Ryan, which we've worked with from the very
Oh,
beginning.
he's our George
And he
Martin.
knows I'm gonna throw out some weird, crazy ideas sometimes, and he'll
Yeah.
be like, I don't understand what you're trying to tell me, but go ahead and try it. And like that was one of those situations where I was like, Ryan, like I hear instead of these drums, like I hear like this 4 on the floor dancey kind of vibe here, and like I was like, once I heard it without even trying it, right? Once I had envisioned that in my head, I was like, I can't go back to the other way. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, that was the first time we've done a dancey thing like that in a song. And like, I'm positive now it's not going to be the last.
No.
Yeah.
Because it was fun. It like changed up the vibe midway through the song and like
And that's what I'm saying.
threw it
is
in a whole different direction.
that could be someone's favorite genre of music.
Yeah.
Like dance, you know, whatever. And they see that song and maybe they don't like the scream parts, but maybe they really like that part, and that makes the show for them. That makes our set for them.
Yep.
And I
That's
think
true,
that's what's
yeah.
important.
When
I
I was a
never
kid,
really
if
felt
I
that.
heard a song, like I would give a song up until like the chorus.
Yeah.
If I heard a song like and a chorus that blew me away,
Yeah.
even if it was all screaming prior to that, if I loved the chorus, it's going on my playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. The catchy chorus.
Yeah.
The build
So
up
it just
to
takes that
too.
one thing to
I
hook.
think most fans find that everything else grows on them.
True. Yeah, took me a long time to like really get into the heavier stuff.
Yeah. What are some bands that you like heavier bands?
Oh, I've been listening to a lot of what I think are our peers, right? Is like Wind Shifts, Sleep Theory, Dayseeker, Sleep Token,
Yeah.
all the sleeps.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, but you know,
Yeah.
I think that one of my favorite bands over the last couple of years, actually, that even when I was in my separate eras of listening to music, I still continued to listen to, was 12 Foot Ninja out of Australia, if you know that
I
band.
gotta listen to that. I like that name.
So unfortunately they're not around anymore.
I love anything
I wish.
Australian. That's
But
amazing.
they had this idea where they would mix so many different genres into their music, going back to what I was saying, just having a part for everyone. You know, you'd be listening to this song and, you know, there'd be this crazy breakdown and all of a sudden they go into like a jazz song. Like it would be like, or like
Amazing.
Spanish, like kind of music, like where it's like dance hall-y, you know?
Really?
And that's my whole point, is really just, I think that we're trying to, and a lot of people are trying to in the industry, make music that's for everyone. That's
Right.
not just, you know, this isn't just a metal song. This is, you know, an alternative song. This
I
is
think that's part of
you
like a
know.
bigger thing though. I feel like when we were growing up, I feel like everything was genre specific.
Yeah,
Right?
it was.
Like you
yeah.
were this
Point.
kind of band and you were that kind of band. And if you stepped out of that genre, you might get some big backlash from your fans unless you really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Like MCR did with their you know, Black Parade album, like unless you, and it really wasn't that different, but like you look back now and it is really like very like opera, like very
It is.
big, you know what I mean?
Theatrical
And like
type
yeah.
of vibe, yeah.
And it is like a big step away from Three Cheers, but like it was very genre specific. Like I feel like bands were, this is what we are, and the fan base was like, this is what you are, and that was it. And then like once you got stale or like you change your genre, like people left. But it's not like that anymore. And it's like people
it's the
are
prosumer
more
culture.
willing to accept
Change.
creativity and change and like growth as an artist and genre mixing, like, and that's kind of like, I feel like music was really I'm gonna get shit on for this. I feel like music was like really stale in like the
I don't
2010s. Like there were years where I was like
2010s, yeah. Early 2000s, no. Early
2000s
yeah.
were great.
Yeah.
And then like once it started to get to the end of the 2000s, it was like, I've heard this, like I've heard that.
Yeah.
This kind of sounds similar to this band, and like, and then all of a sudden in like the late 2010s, like mid to late 2010s, I feel like it was just like Too Close to Touch comes out with like this R&B inspired heavy post-hardcore record, and it's like, what is that?
Yeah.
For me, right? And it kind of like reignited this flame, because I'm like, whoa, you can like throw different genres together in that kind of way, and like no one was doing that I mean, I'm sure there were people doing it, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now.
Yeah, 2010 definitely was not the time anymore. Like that music was already like, because it got into more like the EDM at 2010.
Yeah.
The dubstep was really big 2010.
Yeah.
Korn, The Path to Totality.
Yeah, true.
I like dubstep a little bit.
Yeah, dubstep.
I
yeah,
do
heavy.
like it a
It's
little
heavy.
bit.
The
It's like, yeah,
dubstep.
it's like if like post-hardcore didn't have guitar.
Right?
Yeah,
It's heavy.
you know what I mean?
It's
Like
like-
Skrillex from
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
to last,
I-
right?
Yeah.
I hear those heavy breakdowns, and it's like, and
Yeah.
I'm calling it a breakdown right
Yeah.
now, even though it's not really a breakdown, but it feels like,
Yeah,
to
it feels
me,
like it.
Yeah.
it feels
But
like
then
a
they
breakdown.
started taking dubstep, and like artists like us.
Yeah.
And involving it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's
Evolving the genre, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were talking how like Machine Gun Kelly like evolved like pop punk, right? Like he like raps in his songs.
Oh, yeah.
And like
Yeah.
in like pop punk now, and like a lot of artists are following that now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You saw that a lot in Warped Tour. And yeah, now it's totally different from 2010. That's also when like Warped Tour is like, all right, we had enough.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
was just like, they exhausted it. They exhausted everything.
The industry was
303.
changing. The industry
Yeah.
was
It
changing.
was changing.
Yeah.
It got to a point where I feel like it was trying to hold on,
Yeah.
but there was no holding on anymore.
There were other artists, there were other genres for fans at the time becoming very large as well. I mean, at that time, I was listening to like Flatbush Zombies and Mac Miller and these
True.
artists who were making these very wildly different records than the rock and metal stuff that I was listening to before. So, you know, to me as a fan back then of just music in general, I was getting interested in all this other stuff. And I think that it comes back around later on,
Definitely.
like Jake said, in the late 10s. because now they're taking those ideas and putting it into
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's kind of, I think, where we're at now, right? Like, I feel like the 2010s, like, people that listen to emo and post-hardcore and stuff like that, like us, right?
Yeah.
Like, we had now been like, well, this is kind of getting a little stale for me, and we went into a different direction
We got
with music. And we got exposed
exposed to
to
other
new
ideas.
things. For me, like, I like, in the 2010s, I got, like, later 2010s, but I got, like, really into, like, Lauv and, like, Julia Michaels and, like, all these other artists that are, like, more pop. And, like, now it's like, okay, I can go back to my roots and involve those things now that I kind of came into later as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of how music goes through its cycles.
Yeah.
Because, like, and it grows.
No,
'Cause
yeah.
then you start enveloping these other influences that you wouldn't have had before.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's definitely true. And I'm just happy we're seeing it now because I've been waiting for it to come back.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
me too.
What, yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was at one point.
You know, it was like the moment, like, I get hate for this too all the time, is Machine Gun Kelly's album. I've been talking about him a lot.
Yeah.
But like when he came out with that pop punk album, I was like, oh, we're coming back.
Yeah.
Because every song was like a banger on that. Travis Barker's like, I'm in. He
Yeah,
opened
yeah.
up
Oh, yeah.
DTA Records, and he signed like a bunch of like young kids to be in these pop, like Kenny Hoopla, and I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like the stepping stone. We're like coming back to it, and then now like Billboard charts are saying like pop punk has like a resurgence,
Yeah.
and like you know, like it does, because like it's an important scene, you know, like
Yeah.
the people that like, I'm happy I grew up in that scene because the people that we were surrounded with were just like great people, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I
I'm just
can't
gonna
wait
cut for
to
a
like
sec.
for you to post that.
What?
For you to post that
Oh,
clip
yeah.
where you say I'm gonna get hate for it, and I'm gonna go in with the band account and post hate on the video
Yeah.
about you saying
Yeah,
Just to get
that
top
we're
comment.
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not a fan of Machine Gun Kelly?
No, I think he's fine. It's
Oh.
not that I'm not a fan. I just
okay.
want to be the one to post hate about it,
Okay.
just because I think it would be really meta and funny. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah. It's true because
hard
some
with
people don't like
Some
Machine Gun
people
Kelly.
don't like Machine Gun Kelly. He's actually our manager's favorite artist.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of those
Yeah.
videos where like I was like, "We're not your favorite artist," and she's like, "You think you're
'Cause-
my favorite artist?"
Yeah, because even in Warped Tour, he like acknowledged that like he gets hate, and he was just like,
Yeah.
I'm fine
Yeah.
with it.
I'm glad that he was able to go and do, because obviously he's a fan of the music.
Yeah.
You hear the music, he's a fan of the music. Whether you like the music or not is irrelevant to that. You can tell that he's a fan of the genre.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm glad that he was able to go and do that, you know,
Well, if you
because
listen
he was
to
a hip hop
his-
artist before.
Yes,
You know,
but he also
Diablo
did
3.
a lot of collabs with Sleeping with Sirens, with like other bands
Yeah,
prior
it's
to
true.
doing that.
It's
That's
true,
It's
true.
not like
but
it came out of left field.
it didn't come out of left field, but I'm glad that he was able to just do
Yeah.
the record.
Yeah,
Like, he didn't have to just do go and feature. I mean, those were the other telltale signs that he was a fan of the genre. So, irrelevant of whether you like I understand how some people, including me, you know, with some of the more shticky ideas of the record, like where it's like, this sounds like a pop punk song that I already heard 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But he's a fan of the genre.
Yeah.
And that's
Makes
that's
sense.
where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to me, I think any artist who's making this kind of music as a fan of the genre is A-okay.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
Agreed.
I think like if you're a true fan of the genre, like you're gonna have those influences.
Yeah.
Like we have those songs where I don't
Yeah.
think we're breaking any ground with our music.
100%.
Like I think All or Nothing's chorus is literally just like a chorus that could have came out of the early 2000s.
100%. Oh,
And I'm okay with that, right? Like I want to be doing things that are different, but like at the same time, like this is where I came from, so of course I'm okay with it. I
Yeah.
love these kind of choruses that are just in your face, like
It's honest.
Yeah.
Is what
It
it
sounds
is.
great too.
It's honest.
it worked then, it works now.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no reason why it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Honest.
You know, we all come from. I don't think like I've ever had an original thought in my life, right? So like you know, like we come from what we have been built upon, like in our lives, and like that's fine. I think
Someone's
that's
clipping
good.
that. Someone's clipping. I don't think I've had an original thought in my life.
If someone ever said that they have had an original thought in their lives, they're probably lying, right? Like, how many people are there in the world?
Your Roderik Street team, clip that.
Yeah. Local New Jersey band admits that they're not very good and not original at all.
That's so funny. So what are your struggles when writing with the band? Do you guys have like your down points?
Yeah,
like,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anyone who says they don't is lying.
Yeah.
Right? Like, for me, it's like the modern day artist is a huge part of that. And it doesn't sound relevant, but it is, because it's like, oh, you have to think about doing the content. You have to think about like what's coming next with the band. Like
All the different hats.
all the other hats you have to wear. And like, for me, like I've been told that that's like a businessy mind, and like that's right-brained, and then like creative is left-brained, and like sometimes they coincide. But for me, I have a very hard time stepping out of that role to write when I need to, and then stepping back into that role when I'm in that creative flow. A very hard time. So it takes me like a week of writing to not put out absolute garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. That holds us back a lot, at least from my standpoint.
I think that, making music is such a difficult, it's like for singer-songwriters, right? Where they're in control, they're the one person who's in control of the entire song. I think that for them, I'm a little jealous. It's maybe an easier pipeline for them because they're in control of the entire, the entire song, the entire whatever. Maybe they have a producer, but like they have a lot of say. When you're in a band and you have 4 people who are all making music together, we have to agree. And
and
that can become, hard. We're sending around bounces. Oh, this sounds this way. This sounds that way. Logistically, it's very annoying when you're a band. But on the other hand, I think that it only serves the music because you have 4 different minds.
I agree with that.
Figuring out stuff, and figuring out, Steve will have an idea rhythmically that I won't have, or Jake will have an idea on guitar that Rich won't have. Or our producer, Ryan, who is amazing, will have ideas that none of us will have.
Yeah. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
But that's the vetting process, right, of being in a band. So while the struggle is the time in figuring all this out logistically with 4 different people, at the end of the day, I think that it comes together to a record that we're all happy with, and that's what's important. When you put out the record and you listen to it 5 years from now, you should still be happy.
I'm never gonna be happy. I'm one of those. That's the other.
No,
thing
I
for
was
me.
there, but I've let go. I was there. I mean, you remember,
It was
I
the
used to
song.
not want to listen to. I used to just not want to listen to the
True.
songs. I used to
true.
just be like,
Oh,
I don't want to listen. I'll play
him
them live, but I don't want to listen to them. But I think that at some point you have to let go and just trust the process.
Yeah. All right, on to the next question. Since we're getting off of that, what's your favorite song that you guys have written?
Oh.
If it's different, we can go.
We've talked about everything a lot, but everything is my favorite.
Yeah, everything?
Everything is my favorite for sure.
It's like the song of the week for me, kind of thing. Lately, it's been Let Go. I really vibe with Let Go a lot. I think it's one of those songs that just like when it came together, and I really think that we went out of our comfort zone a lot. I mean, we went out of our comfort zone for all 3 singles that we've released.
Yeah.
But like, because they're all pretty different from each other. But
Yeah.
I think Let Go was like an ode to our roots while still like feeling like us and feeling different and feeling like we're doing something different.
Yeah. Those are both great songs. I mean, your whole catalog's great.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens in the future for you guys. You guys
Yeah,
already
the best is
moving
behind
up.
us, I think.
Yeah, you think so?
I'm looking forward. We're making new songs. We're writing. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You got to beat yourself down to get up, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was just listening to a demo like on the way here that I was just like that we're probably gonna work on today, and Tech Mojo, yeah. We have like ridiculous names for our
Yeah.
demos.
They were Billy Madison quotes for a really long time. We ran out.
Great movie.
ran
Yeah.
out.
Great movie.
Yeah, and then it was
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore, and then it
We
was
can do Happy
like,
Gilmore 2 now, though.
We can do Happy Gilmore too.
We can do
Like
Happy
I think I killed the Mista guy. Like
I look
Mista
forward-
lady, right? But
look
anyway,
forward to
so
Happy
like
Gilmore
I
2
was listening to a demo on the way here that I kind of like listened to these demos to like and I like kind of beat them to death in my own mind. So then I need to take like a week or two to like get away from it. And like I do feel like the stuff that we're working on right now is definitely in like a fun creative direction that kind of like feels like us but like a more mature us.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Can't wait to hear it. You guys have like a set, not a set date, but you know what, like season around we're looking at.
For the EP, we're definitely aiming for
No?
not
I'm
the
wrong.
EP.
Never mind.
Not the EP. Never
mind.
Okay, we're hoping for
Yeah.
like the first single. Some of the songs on the EP have actually already dropped, but the first single we're hoping for, like with the ramp up to the EP, will hopefully be around November. Yeah.
November.
Yeah.
You had to
And then
really
the
search for
EP
that month.
should be late winter, early spring, maybe.
Nice.
But there will be songs before that.
Yeah, amazing. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah. One last question for you guys.
Sure.
What advice would you give to inspiring artists that are just coming up, wanting to start a band or
Don't
trying to get their foot
Don't
up?
do it.
Nah.
No.
We got to clip all the people.
I love the faces.
It's
A lot of people
literally,
say that.
it's literally
Just
yeah,
keep playing.
Yeah.
Just keep playing, even when you don't want to play. Keep playing. You know, it's
Yeah.
like a lot of people like to play video games. A lot of people like to read books. A lot of people like to do a lot of things. We're musicians. We like to play music. So just keep playing. You know, from however there's never an age where I'm too old to start or I'm too young to start. There's never an age where it's too old or too young to start playing music. Just keep playing.
Yeah.
You know, longevity is the name of the game. If you stick around for long enough, people love you.
Yeah.
That's a wild statement.
I think that there's an element of truth, though. I think there's an element of truth. Longevity is really important.
I think that's true. I can think of plenty of people that have been around way too long that I'm like, please go away.
Yeah, but you can think of their name. You literally know their
Yeah, I
name.
like them though.
Yeah, but you literally know their name.
I would say, I don't want to give the cliche stuff. I would say find your Ryan, right? Find your producer
yeah.
who like that you really vibe with, because for us, he's really pushed us out of our comfort zone. He really he's literally our fifth member, and like he's not playing live with us. He has, but he's not playing live with us, and like but he's involved in this band just as much as I am, just as much as Dave is, just as much as our manager is, just as much as like anyone is
team.
with this band. And like find your person that really helps you like come out of your comfort zone and like finds the best side of your musical self.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great word of advice.
Yeah, and don't do it.
Also,
find
don't do
something.
it. Also, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
Keep your day job.
True.
All right, guys, we're closing out with verse playlist of the week. Vita, since you start every week, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start.
Okay.
All right. My first one's gonna be Thursday, Understanding in a Car Crash.
Oh, great
Car crash.
song.
If I could talk today. Damn.
You have like no voice, dude.
I know. I'm feeling a little off today. So it is what it is. And then my second one's gonna be Atreyu becoming the bull.
Oh, that's good. Trey, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
Okay.
Want to go next, Jake?
Yeah. Mine would be Eating Your Heart Out by Windwalkers. And the other one would be Car Crash by Colorblind.
Oh, wow. Okay. Great.
Songs I've been vibing to a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with a newie and an oldie. So, newie is going to be Make Me a Martyr by Caskets, their new single. Love that
yeah.
song. Such a good song. And an oldie that I've been listening to a lot recently. Every Day Feels Exactly the Same by 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, wow. You saw the drummer went to, didn't they like flip-flop drummers for like Foo Fighters?
Oh, yeah.
No, I love
They
it.
got the drummer of Nine Inch
we
Nails.
so Who can we do that with?
Travis Barker hit our line.
You heard that, Travis. Yeah, those are great. I'm gonna go with since we talked about Reliant K.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
nice.
go with a hit by them. You guys will probably know if you're around that time. I'm gonna go with "Be My Escape," Reliant K, and then my second song. Since I talked about Acceptance, I'm gonna do "Take Cover" by Acceptance.
Hell yeah.
And that is the playlist of the week, guys.
Let's
Of
go.
the week.
Roderick, we made it happen, guys.
Made it
You
happen.
guys made it in. Thank you guys so much for coming in. You guys are busy writing.
Of course.
You guys playing so many shows, but we made it happen from May to now.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for
Appreciate-
having us, guys. Really,
Yeah.
this
Thank
is,
you.
This
Thank
is
you for
really
coming
Very
on.
grateful.
Yeah, anytime, man. When you guys are big out there, don't forget about us, all right?
We don't forget.
All right, man. Can't wait to see what's up for the future. Definitely check them out on IG.
At Roderik Music.
Yeah.
Both
Roderik Music.
Instagram and TikTok, actually.
You have a Discord too, right?
We do, yeah.
yeah.
You gotta follow us on Instagram to find that.
Yeah, you gotta follow
Yeah?
us on Instagram.
No, it's like literally right in our bio.
Great.
Please look at our links. Please look at our links.
Go to our link tree.
That's great. Yeah, definitely give them a follow, stream. All their songs are really great. They're amazing. Check them out live. Even amazing when we're
I'll take it.
yeah, they're really great live.
Thank you.
You want a good time, you want an exciting time, you want to be moving around. Roderik's the band definitely to go see. So definitely check them out live wherever they are. Keep up with their IG. Jake, David, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank
Seriously,
Really
for
means a
having
lot.
us, really.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Run that
guys.
music.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you for listening and viewing the Verse podcast. We'll see you next week.
Don't
Peace.
be in a band.
See ya.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.